Can you hold on as streaming online, Brother Hamza?
You should be streaming on Facebook.
Yeah, it's already streaming, and I see people is already in. So there is no waiting.
Streaming on Facebook, we're fine. We're good, inshallah.
Yeah, but there is no waiting. Everybody will allowed to get in. Is that right? Do you hear me?
What did you say, sir?
There is no waiting list, right?
I put it on. I marked it waiting list, and I don't know why it's not on. So we're just gonna have to go with it.
Yeah,
but I clicked it on settings, so it should be on. I don't know why.
I'm wondering why we don't have people online. But we have already here most of the people here. So where is Osama? Let me call Osama.
Assalamu alaikum, Osama. How are you? Osama. Osama.
No, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. No, don't get him.
Is your mic working, Osama? Osama, fix your mic. You may have to log out and log back in, Osama, if you can hear me.
I'm gonna call him.
We can hear you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So, Brother Osama Helmy will join us shortly, inshallah. He's trying to restart his laptop. So, meanwhile, I want to take the advantage, and we have here, as I mentioned before, we have here a number of kids are joining the event from the MCC, and I think they are having fun here. So we have Yusuf, do you want to say something? Yusuf Mansour, want to say something? Keep your mask on, Yusuf, please. Ahmad Islam. We have Ali Bashir here. Omar Mansour, Omar. Asma, you want to say something, Asma? Fairuz? So we have a bunch of people over there. Say salam. So they are having fun. So hopefully, inshallah, soon we can have everybody here. So they had pizza and they have juice and they're having fun, played outside together. We pray Maghrib together. So it's too much fun here. Inshallah, soon we can have it here at the MCC and we can get together and friends will see each other and play with each other. So since we have that, we try to do with the limited number of kids being here at the MCC, wearing masks and have social distance. So inshallah, so make dua, inshallah, soon we can have this event in person at the MCC, inshallah, soon. So I think Brother Osama is still working in his laptop to fix it. He's gonna have very, very interesting topic today. So if you wanna say something, you can unmute yourself and speak to the people here. So anybody online wants to say something here? So Muhammad Shabana, if you wanna say something, Suhail, Tasneem, Borji. Mariam, do you wanna say something, Mariam? Anyone wants to say anything?
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Mariam. Inshallah, we'll have you. Maybe we'll have you next time, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Muhammad Shabana, do you want to say something, Shabana? I don't know if you hear me or not. Malik, do you want to say something, Malik? We have your friends here. We have Ahmad Islam and Yusuf Mansour. Tasneem, do you want to say something, Tasneem?
Salam.
Shabana, hi. Say something, Shabana. Oh, brother Ahmad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
So I want to let you see the crowd we have here at the MCC.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Ahlan, ahlan, ahlan. All you guys.
Have you?
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. We got a beautiful crowd there, MashaAllah.
Yeah, inshallah, soon we will have you here and we'll have it in person.
Inshallah, inshallah.
That's what we have so far, but we try to deal with it. So I will give it to you so you can start.
Okay, very good, very good. Let me start my presentation if I could find it. I'm doing this through the phone this time, so it's just the app was my computer just keeps on restarting, so I'm trying it in a different way. I haven't tried it this way before, but let's try. Bismillah.
Okay, Bismillah.
There's a little bit of lag, Brother Osama, just to let you know, inshallah.
Okay, sorry.
It's not your fault, Sheikh.
Yeah, no, I probably have some bad reception. All right.
Oh, we see your phone.
You see my phone screen? Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Then you can see my presentation, maybe.
Yes, we see it.
Okay. Very good. Let's try this out.
That's cool. Wow. Very good.
Is it sideways?
No. We see it's very, very good.
Very good. Okay. All right. Excellent. Am I sideways?
I will show you the screen we have at MCC here. So it's perfect.
All right, excellent, excellent. But I can't see the screen, بس يعني مش مشكلة, no problem.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So, Bismillah wa salatu wa rasulullah. Just wanted to say, Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Hello. It's good to see you guys out and about having fun. I know you guys are, yani, mashallah, doing this consistently. So keep up the good work to all the brothers and all the people who are putting in the effort, mashallah, remotely and in person. Barakallahu feekum. All right. So today we're going to talk about emotions. How many of you guys saw the movie Inside Out? Anybody? I want to hear voices because I like to hear voices.
Me.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. How? A lot of people, not a lot of people.
Yes, a lot of people. Yes, they said yes.
All right, excellent, excellent. All right, Damn
We
it.
saw it.
Oh, excellent. Okay, very good. If you just saw it, so I wasn't sure how many people saw it. So I took a clip from the videos that I've seen, and I'm just going to show it real quick. And we're going to play a little game right now. We're going to try to guess which feeling is she going through right now. Okay. So I want you guys to call out and scream or tell me as loud as you can, because the audio on the phone is going to be hearing the audio. All right.
Yes.
All right. So, whoa. All right. So let's play this.
Joy.
Joy, yes. Whoever said that is the winner. All right, good job, good job. He's happy. All right, what about this one? What's this feeling right here? Yes, she's feeling happy. This is jealous?
Sad.
Sad.
Mute us.
There you go. Yeah, sad. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, so she's sad.
He can't see.
All right.
Sad, man.
Anger.
Anger, angry, yes. Excellent. All right. And this is what happens when anger takes control, right? All right. All right. What about this one? Last one.
Disgust.
Disgust.
Yes.
I told him.
Good job. You got it. All right. Actually, there's one more after disgust. What's this one?
Fear.
Fear. Exactly. Scared, afraid.
Fear.
All right, excellent. So basically, there's to jump into our topic right away. I just want to highlight that these emotions are something that we all have, right? And if you guys saw the movie, then you're familiar that the cat has it, the dog has it, the grown-ups have it, the mom has it, the dad has it. Everyone has these emotions, right? So the thing that was different, not only that the man had mustaches on his emotions, but also what was different was that different ones took control depending on the situation, right? So let us try to take a deeper look at that real quick. If you guys at this age could figure out emotions and understand what emotions are and how to control them, inshallah, when you're our age, you're going to be ruling the world. Bismillah. So we're trying to give you a cheat sheet on how to rule the world. So pay attention, inshallah. So for happiness, there is a real happiness and then there's an imaginary happiness, right? So what is our real happiness? What's true happiness? Anyone could answer. Knowing what?
True happiness is when you know you're really happy.
When you know you're really happy, okay. But what actually creates happiness? What makes you happy?
The people around you, maybe?
Maybe, sometimes. Sometimes it's the people around you. But
When
let me
you
give
get
you,
what you want. What situation? Whenever you're doing something that you like.
when you do something that you like, okay.
When you
Interesting.
get what you want.
When you get what you want.
Game.
All right.
When you eat good food.
Yeah, that has to be Anas. The one who said that has to be Anas.
No, playing Fortnite.
Playing Fortnite? Okay. Tell you. You
When
guys
you win
were
in
all,
Fortnite.
you all were very, very far from the truth. Very, very far from the truth. All right. So a lot of the things that you guys mentioned are temporary happiness. All right. Video games, food, people that are around you, all of these things are very temporary and they will change as your,
I think it's religion.
what is it in religion?
The afterlife.
Nope.
Believing in Allah.
Nope.
How about experiencing?
Experience, I don't know, different experiences maybe, but no, not what we're really looking for. No, not the Quran. Let me explain.
Family.
All right, let me get into
Chick-fil-A.
it. So
Chick-fil-A.
yeah, that's very, very extremely temporary. After 15 minutes, it's out of your system. So what real happiness is
Buying
is
a skin in
actually,
Fortnite.
no, let me explain now. So thank you. Real happiness would probably be only achieved when you know your purpose in this life and where you're going in the afterlife. So can we say for 100% we know where we're going in the afterlife?
Yeah. No.
Yes, exactly. So you can never, you don't know, you might do something that might take you away from true happiness in the afterlife. But do you know what's going on in this life? Can you control what's going on in this life? Always. You can always control what's going on in this life, right? So what your true happiness is knowing how or what direction you're going in this life. Knowing that pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always going to be your number one goal. And when you please Allah, then you're yourself going to be pleased, because Allah is not going to let his servant be unhappy and in his life whenever he wants something, right? So knowing your direction and knowing where you're going in life is what's going to make you happy, inshallah. Okay, now let's think about this on a digital level. What about in social media? How many of you guys have TikTok?
Me.
All right, how many of you guys have like Instagram?
Me.
Okay, you all have Instagram and TikTok? All right. All right, so what you watch on social media is always going to be something that's going to make you happy very temporarily, right? So you have to make sure that you're not addicted to something looking for happiness when the happiness is not going to always be there. Okay, so that's one of the main points that we want to take away with this. So happiness is not going to be in something physical. It's going to be something that you have inside you that drives you, that tells you you're on the right path. You're doing the right things. So I want you guys all to close your eyes for a second while I say something. I want you all to close your eyes and imagine what I'm saying. Imagine that I tell you you're gonna walk through a dark alleyway, and there's gonna be a hole in the ground, and it's gonna be full of water. You have to jump over that hole. And you can do it. I know you. I know your ability. You can jump over it. It's easy. Then there's going to be a big vicious dog, and he's going to try to bite you. But don't worry, because the dog is behind a gate, and he's chained, and he can't reach you. And at the end of that, you're going to find a tunnel. A door that has light at it, and you're going to enter it, and you're going to be home safe and sound, and you're going to be in front of your computer eating Chick-fil-A with your favorite people. All right. Now I want you guys to open your eyes. All right. When I told you that there's going to be a hole full of water, a puddle of water, and it's a hole that you have to jump over it. How did you feel?
Terrified.
Terrified.
Brave to face any circumstances.
Brave. Okay, very good. Excellent. That's very good. What other feelings did you get when I told you that there's a dog
Like I'm in a movie.
that wants to eat you, but
That's
he's behind
gonna bite
the
me
gate?
and I'm gonna die.
You felt like you were gonna, okay, but when you knew that he was chained and that he can't reach you, how did you feel?
Safe.
I felt like it was a dream.
Okay, safe. Okay, all right, very good. Like it was fake, like it was a dream. And then when I told you that you're gonna find the door and you're gonna eat and you're gonna be with your family and you're gonna play your favorite games, how did you feel?
Happy.
All right, very good. So now the end goal of where you're going is happiness, right? And so everything that takes you on that journey to get there, you're going to be fearful, you're going to be scared, you're going to have all these other emotions. But at the end, because you know what's at the end of the alleyway, you're happy because you, no matter what, you know you're going to end up in a place that's going to make you happy, right? So the point of that whole exercise is that happiness is something that you, when you know your direction in life and you know that there are things that are going to trip you along the way and you get over them, that is how you become really happy. Okay, so your social media is what you like, what you put the thumbs up on, and what you follow, what you heart, or whatever. All of that is not really what you truly like, right? That's virtual like, that's fake like. And we want to make sure that you put a distinction between the fake like and the real like. All right, next one. Sadness. Sadness was an interesting character, right? She was always very, depressed and making people like making the main character do things that she didn't really normally want to do, like running away from home and all that stuff, right? So there is a difference in being regular sad and being depressed. All right, so can anyone tell me what the difference between the two are?
Depressed is like you're lost in your thoughts and like you don't know what to do and you're really sad and you've reached a point where you can't be happy. And sad is like, oh, I'm sad, but then you like can get over it sometimes.
Very good, excellent. So sad, regular sad.
And so happiness is like when you're happy and you're having fun, and then like sadness is like, oh man, I want to go there, but like you feel better and like you feel better.
Okay. Yeah. So the whole point is that sadness is very temporary, but depression is something that's not temporary, right? That's a problem. Depression is a result of excessive sadness, constantly being sad all the time and never seeing the bright side, never being any happiness in your life, not knowing how to be happy, causes you to become excessively sad. And when you're excessively sad, you become depressed. So there's a cure for that. And the Prophet ﷺ told us that if you want to feel happiness, and you're depressed, if you're sad and you want to feel happiness, then visit an orphan and you know, rub their head or hug them, or you know, hang out with an orphan. Then you yourself will see what happiness is, because you're not going to feel the happiness, but you will see this orphan, how happy he will be when someone pays attention to him and comes specifically just to visit him or her. Okay, and so if you're unable to achieve happiness and you're feeling sadness all the time, follow the advice of the Prophet Muhammad SAW and visit someone who you will see will be very happy to see you. Now, there's a story of the Prophet Muhammad SAW, and how many of you guys knew that he had a son? Yeah, yeah.
Me.
Right, Ibrahim, exactly. And so the Prophet Muhammad SAW lost his son at the age when his son was able to ride a horse. So how many of you guys have ridden horses already?
I did.
Me.
Okay, very good.
Of course, me.
How easy is it to ride a horse by yourself?
Very easy.
Very hard.
Actually.
It depends, right? Like, so if somebody's holding it for you, then it's easy. But if they just let you go, then it becomes a little bit more difficult, right?
Yeah, but if only for trail,
No,
it's
fine.
easier.
Yeah, for trails, exactly, because they're trained. So the idea of you, like when you're controlling the horse, that's how old the Prophet ﷺ's son was. So he was able to talk. He was you know, he was able to ride, jump, play, and be happy. And so the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had to bury him because he had passed away. And so the Sahaba were very concerned, and they asked the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, "O Messenger of Allah, do you even feel sadness? You're the Prophet. You're the one who tells us to be patient. You're the one who tells us there's Jannah. Do you even also feel sadness?" The Prophet ﷺ said, "Yes, I feel sadness. And my tongue will never say a word. My heart feels sadness, but my tongue will never speak a word that displeases Allah." So what does that mean? That means sadness is okay. To be sad sometimes, it's okay to be sad. But for you to use that sadness as a way to say things that are not correct, for you to say things mean to another person because you're sad, that is not correct. And that is accountability on you. You are responsible for how you speak, even if you're sad. Okay. Sadness is sometimes, because we're on social media a lot, we see a lot of things that can make you sad, right? You can see what's happening to our brothers and sisters in China. You can see what's happening to our brothers and sisters in Yemen, in all of these different countries. And then you see what's happening with our brothers and sisters here in America, right? And we had protests because of what was happening to our brothers and sisters here in America. That stuff makes you sad, right? Online, and then you see it and it makes you sad. It's okay to feel sad, but it is not okay if you are going to write posts of anger because of that sadness, or if you're going to be aggressive with someone else because of your sadness. That is not correct. Okay, so we want to make sure that we hold ourselves accountable for all of our actions and how we speak and what we say when we're sad, when we're happy, at all times throughout our lives. Okay, so sadness is another emotion that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told us how to get away, or how to get over. And one of the things that you can do when you're extremely, extremely sad is say a very, very beautiful dua. I want to ask how many people know this dua. but there's a dua that says, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-hazan, wa a'udhu bika min al-ajzi wal-kasal, wa a'udhu bika min al-jubni wal-bukhl, wa a'udhu bika min ghalabati ad-dayn wa qahri al-rijal. All right, so the first one that we have is al-hamm wal-hazan. Ham is like stress, and hazan is depression or extreme sadness. So the Prophet ﷺ advises us to say this dua anytime we have this feeling of stress or depression or sadness. Now, what if you see one of your friends online getting bullied by other people? You know, maybe the sister wears the hijab and a lot of people are making fun of her in her comments and disliking and saying mean things to her. And another sister or a brother, he's a little chubby. He has a little bit of an extra pouch on his cheeks. And so a lot of people make fun of him and they say mean things to him. What do we do as Muslims when we see people making other people sad, saying things that hurts their feelings?
We make them not sad.
We take that responsibility to help them out of that sadness.
We ban them from Roblox.
You become the happiness for that person to get out of that situation. You don't let that sadness turn into depression for that person. You make sure if you witness something that is against someone that's going to make them sad, you make sure to be the person to make that person happy. Now, what if this person is doing something that is haram, that is not supposed to be done? And a lot of people are talking to them in a bad way, in a harsh way, because they're doing something haram. What is your responsibility as a Muslim? Do you help him be happy doing the haram?
No, but like you tell them this is haram in a nice way and like correct them.
Correcting them is a good point, but be careful not to correct them the same way other people have tried to correct them by talking bad and making them feel depressed. Okay, so that's the main point. If they're doing something that's haram, if so, for example, they're doing something, and you guys know what the haram is more than me. I'm too old. I don't even know what haram is. I know the haram is, but you guys know more in your age of what the haram things are. If you see them doing something that's haram, you advise them, but you don't criticize them and make them depressed. You advise them in a way to make them happy, to try to come back to the Islam and come back to the deen in a happy way. Okay? All right. Next emotion, anger. Now, there are many ahadith about anger. And anger is one of those things that if you are angry and you try to speak while you're angry, sometimes you don't know how to speak. And sometimes you say things that are very mean and hurtful to other people. So anger is a very tricky one. And so the Prophet ﷺ told us that anger, when you're the one who is strongest, because, okay, let me explain what this hadith comes into play for. The Prophet ﷺ saw two people wrestling, and one person beat the other. And so the Prophet ﷺ asked the Sahaba that were also watching the wrestling match, who do you think is stronger? And they said, the one who won. And he said, no, the one who is stronger is the one who can control himself in the time of anger. So when a person is angry and can control himself, that is the stronger person. Now, anger always gets a bad rap. It always comes off as a negative thing. But anger, just as sadness, is okay to have. The problem would rise up is if you act in a certain way that your anger is not controlled. So, when you are extremely angry, what is a good advice that the Prophet ﷺ told us to do? Does anyone know? When you're extremely angry, hello? Make wudu. Yes, perfect. Excellent. Why would you make wudu?
Because then all your sayyats will go down your face, will go down all the things you wash.
Okay, that is very true, but that is not.
And you can, like, if you're standing, you can sit, and if you're sitting, you can lay down.
Very good.
Lay down.
Excellent. Yes, that's another excellent one. Very good. So if you're angry and you're standing, sit down. If you're angry and you're sitting, then lay down. Excellent. Very good. However, you said about it removes the sins. Yes, wudu does remove the sins, but that is not what that is not why you're using wudu when you're angry. Let me give you a hint. What color is this guy when he's angry over here in this picture?
Red.
Red.
Red. Does that represent a specific thing that you can remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that?
No, it doesn't. Actually, it doesn't. It doesn't
Okay,
be
what's
the
on-
color.
what's on his head? It's not a good picture here, but if you remember the movie.
Fire.
Fire.
Fire, yes, fire. So what do you
Fire.
think when you make wudu? Yes, excellent. You guys are definitely Boy Scouts. You had to be a Boy Scout to know that one, right?
What about Girl Scouts?
Girl Scout. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Girl Scout trash.
All right, rock on. All right, so fire is extinguished. It's completely taken away when you put water on it. So the advice of the Prophet Muhammad SAW to make wudu when you're angry is to cool off that fire, take away that shaitan. Now, what is a good anger to have? So we said that anger has a bad rap sometimes, right? So it's not always a bad thing to have anger. Anger sometimes is a good thing to have. When is it good to be angry?
When someone kills your mom.
Wow, astaghfirullah, they have to kill her?
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Like, hopefully
When
they
someone
didn't have
does
to-
something bad.
just they do something bad that was mean to your
When
family.
someone
right?
calls your dad.
Okay, or your dad. Okay, why do you guys go to
When
extreme
someone
levels?
scams you.
If your parents take something away from you.
When someone
When someone insults
someone
Islam.
scams
The
you.
hospital calls your
Very
dad.
good.
When
All right.
someone scams you. If
All
someone
right.
took away your candy cannon.
Okay, so some of these were necessary anger and some of these were unnecessary anger.
Wait, no.
I'm pretty sure you guys are smart enough to know that when somebody steals your candy, it's not the necessary anger for you to get crazy and angry and upset. But also, it doesn't have to be. I'm sorry?
No, you're supposed to get angry.
Okay, yeah, you're supposed to get angry, but not out of control angry. Yes. You get angry to an extent that this person stole or did something that was wrong, right? But if it's a disciplinary action, so some of you said that when your parents take away something from you, you cannot get angry at that. You have to be, if you're not thankful for that, then you better start becoming thankful, because back in the days when parents took away something from you and you had to express your anger towards it, you would get something back in return, and it would not make you happy. It would make you sad.
What is it?
A belt.
Oh.
Yes. So you guys have to be thankful when your parents take away something from you, because it is something that they want to help you become better in. So they're trying to teach you something. Your parents are always trying to teach you. They want the best for you. But you can become angry when you see something wrong happening to people that is obvious wrong.
Like, for example, like in the back days, like the black people were in slavery and all that.
Yes, absolutely. And it's not that long ago.
Like concentration camps in China for Muslims.
Very good. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be angry, but the main point is to tie it back to something that when it is injustice or it's causing someone else injustice. Also, that it is displeasing Allah. So, for example, it's okay for you to be angry if you see somebody drinking and driving. Because drinking alcohol is something that displeases Allah, that should make you angry. And he's driving and he's going to cause an accident, most probably hurt somebody, so that should also make you angry. But do you get angry when you're hungry?
No.
You
The
shouldn't.
word is called hangry.
Exactly. You shouldn't get hangry, right? So that's something that you have to control yourself. So just to conclude this anger topic, there are, we said that anger is sometimes good, sometimes bad. When it's bad, we know how to get rid of it. The Prophet ﷺ gave us advice on how to get rid of it. Right? And saying A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem first, absolutely. Very good. And then making wudu. And then if you're standing, sit. And if you're sitting, lay down. And if you're laying down, then get up and pray 2 rak'ahs. All right, something that's going to calm you down. One thing, some people, when they're online and they see like the concentration camps, or they see what happens to our African-American brothers, they would post or they would comment something using foul language. That is not the proper way in expressing your anger. Expressing your anger is not through typing foul language. Right? So you could speak out against it and say this is wrong, this is nonsense, this has to stop. You could say something positive, but you never use foul language to express your anger. Understood?
Understood.
All right. Now we have another one. We have disgust. This lady who is always disgusted, and she was disgusted of everything, right? We are
My favorite character.
favorite character. Okay, then you're gonna love this this specific topic. So disgust.
She hates everything.
Very good, right? And she now the question is it good to hate everything?
No.
Okay, so what are some things that we should be disgusted of and be okay with?
Like people that eat all like gross stuff.
Okay, eating gross stuff, okay.
China.
Kind of. What are gross stuff?
Oh, I probably pickle.
Pickles?
Nails.
No.
Okay, snails, okay, maybe. All right, but we said yes, like some things that so for us as Muslims, we perfect this disgust. We know when to be disgusted and when not to be disgusted. So some of the things that are completely normal today in this society are very disgusting for us. And that is animals who are filthy being eaten. Right? So eating animals that are by nature filthy and hard for you to clean, and people actually consuming it and eating it like it's normal, making potato chips
It's
out
like
of
a
it.
donkey.
And people
Like
wearing
donkey.
extremely tight, short clothes.
Okay, very good. That's actually a very good point. Some things in social media tells you it should be liked. You should like this post because people are wearing short clothes. But that should disgust you. Modesty is something that you would love and like and appreciate.
And
Immorality
some
and
people like
makes you, yes.
These people like some people just pretend to be a girl, but they're actually a boy.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. Yes.
Pretty ugly.
That's very, very scary and ugly as well.
And you should be disgusted when someone's trying to be your friend, but he's a default.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the main thing that we want to take away from this is that disgust has its limits. And anything that is filthy, know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't like you to do it. So it is disgusting for people to be smoking and vaping and drinking and doing all of these things that are haram. It is disgusting. It is disgusting for a boy and a girl who are not married to show you some affect that they're doing affectionate things. That is not right. It is disgusting for a person who is showing off parts of their body that they shouldn't be showing off. Those
It's pretty disgusting too when like a woman marries a woman and like.
Yes, but also now we're saying what social media tells you to like and dislike, right? Now, as a Muslim, we know where our boundaries are. Anything that's clean, we like. Anything that's filthy, we dislike, right? And so that's our limits. But do you post and reply on people and say, "Oh my God, that's disgusting, ew"?
Hey, never. That's
Never.
inappropriate.
Exactly. But the main thing that you don't do, is put a like on the picture. So let's say, for example, our sister who was a hijabi, who was getting bullied, and now she took off her hijab. Anyone who puts a like to that picture is helping her to do more wrong, right? And so we don't help people to do things that are wrong. And so we don't encourage.
You have to like encourage her to do good stuff, not bad stuff.
Excellent. Yes, exactly right. Very good. So the takeaway on this is that so what are some examples of something that's disgusting? And we know some examples of things that are disgusting.
Like some like going in the pool and just like showing their like, you know, like these people that have like these swimsuit that like their tummies showing, like somebody laying in the pool and their tummy showing. Not supposed to do anything.
We don't like those pictures. Exactly right. All right, excellent. Now, last but not least, fear. And look at this guy. Look how he looks. Does anybody want that guy to be how you look in life?
No.
Yeah.
No. He looks so handsome. That's Shabana.
Okay, maybe some people think maybe sometimes. Okay.
Well, he has like a tie right here.
Yeah, bow tie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the limits of fear. What are some things that we should be fearful of, and what are some things we should not have fear about?
We should be fearful of
strangers.
Allah.
We should not have fear for dying.
We should have fear of Allah.
Okay, very good. Fear of Allah. Fear of what from Allah?
We shouldn't like. We
Judgment
shouldn't
Day.
be sad for dying and fear and all that. Well, maybe a little.
Yeah, there's some punishments that you're gonna get, and you don't want to incur those punishments. You don't want to go through those punishments, right? So you ask Allah to forgive you, and you make sure that you don't perform those things that will bring you to punishments. But you're not. I don't want you guys to say fear Allah or be scared of Allah, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never did anything except give you the best in this life and want for you the best in the afterlife. So you shouldn't be scared of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You should be scared of losing his love. You should be scared that he will not love you as much anymore. That is the only fear of Allah that you want to make sure that you have all the time. You want to make sure that everything that you're doing makes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love you more. So that's good fear, All right. What's bad fear?
Bad fear is like, oh, I'm so scared. Like, oh my God, I'm so scared. This is going to be bad for me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to school. Oh no, like that. That has to be good for you. You have to learn and do all that.
Right.
Fortnite is real.
Okay. So being scared of anything that is beneficial for you should never be, that's a bad fear, right? Being scared of someone because they look different should never be the case. You should never have any fear of
Like
someone
somebody
else.
got hurt and like they can't, like, oh my God, they have one eye. He looks bad. I'm not gonna like that.
Yes, exactly. Or if their face is
It's like
burned.
don't judge a book with its cover.
Yes, very good. Like if a person has a face that it's kind of melted because it was burned, or if their arm, if they're missing an arm, or if something happened to them and it caused them to look different. So don't be afraid of people because they look different. Even if you're, I mean, alhamdulillah, we don't have this problem because we have different cultures in our Muslim communities. We have Desi, we have Arab, we have American, African, we have African American, we have Anglo, white American. We have all different colors in our masajid, so we don't have a problem with different judgment on people based on their color, because alhamdulillah, all the judgments that we have on people is based on their actions at the masjid, and we always have good people at the masjid. And so alhamdulillah, we don't have this problem as much as other people do. But a bad fear is when people don't understand what a Muslim or who a Muslim is. They don't understand that an African American person is a normal human being the same exact way, right? So these prejudice issues, these people that have these issues become fearful, and that fear causes them to do things that are irrational. So fear is something that they constantly, that everyone wants you to live in fear. Think of it that way, except your parents and your family and your Muslim friends don't want you to be afraid because they have a specific understanding. But the society and the media and news and TikTok and social media, Instagram and all that, they're going to push things on you that make you afraid. Be scared that people are watching you. They're gonna hear your phone calls and they're tapping you. Be scared that China is gonna rule the world. Be scared that this is gonna happen. Be scared that that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
In Islam, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I missed that part. Okay, anyway. So I just want to hurry up and conclude because I know I took way too much time. I'm sorry, guys. But the main thing I want to conclude is that fear is a way to control everything that you do. So to make sure that you put your fear in its limits. Only fear things that will take you away from the pleasure of Allah. Don't be afraid of anything else.
Alcohol.
Yes, be afraid of performing any sins that will take you far from Allah. And you guys are at an age right now where different emotions are starting to encourage your actions. Now you're starting to understand what beauty is. You're starting to understand what handsome is. You're starting to understand things of the nature that you didn't really pay attention to before.
Yeah.
Acting in a way that displeases Allah should be the only thing that you fear. Okay, so the Prophet ﷺ told us very wise words in his last sermon. Right before he passed away, he said a long khutbah. And one of those points that he mentioned in that khutbah is he said, "O son of Adam, know that nothing will harm you except for what Allah has written to harm you." So otherwise, so don't be scared of anything. Don't be scared to make a new friend. Don't be scared of going to a different school. Don't be scared to be a Muslim. Don't be scared to make your salah. Don't be scared to fast. Don't ever be scared to wear your hijab. Don't be scared of anything that should not have power over you to make you scared. You should always be strong and know that nothing can hurt you. Nothing, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wrote what's going to hurt you. And I'm pretty sure people's words are not going to hurt you that bad. Okay? So
They're just words.
yes, absolutely. One thing that I want you to be mindful about as well is that only fear Allah, to be far from Allah, but don't fear anything that Allah created. Don't fear any animal. Don't fear any human. Don't fear anything that any human made, any invention. Okay? Those are bad forms of fear. To be scared of any humans, to be scared of any creation, any animals or any technology or anything like that, that's bad fear. To be afraid for your family's safety sometimes, that's okay. You could be, conscious and make sure that you wear the seat belt because you're scared that, if something was to happen, that you have to be ready for it. So you wear the seat belt. That's good fear. That's okay. That's okay to have that kind of fear. But to be scared of anything else, you don't be fearful of things that shouldn't be feared. Okay. Now, yes. So let's just conclude on that. I want you guys to be mindful that you have all of these emotions. You have all of these feelings, and it's okay to have these feelings. They're not bad. All of them could be either very good, or if you use it the wrong way, it could be very bad. As a Muslim, you always want to be taking advice from the Prophet Muhammad SAW on how to control all of these feelings. Yes. So I want you guys to be conscious and to think before you speak. Think before you post something. Think before you say something. Remember, you don't want to be that person that causes sadness. You don't want to be that person that causes fear. So be conscious of how you speak. Be in control of your emotions. Be in control of your emotions as a person, as you're a human, and be in control of your emotions as an online individual on your posts and on your comments. You know what being mindful of all of your actions actually means? Does anyone know what that means? When you pay attention?
That's cool.
And you control your emotions? What is it called?
It's called respect.
Okay, very good. That's very close. Very close. It's called having manners, having akhlaq.
Akhlaq.
Right?
No, I need it. What do you need?
So having akhlaq and having good manners.
Akhlaq.
Yes, akhlaq. And having manners and having akhlaq are the things that make you control all of these emotions. All right.
MashaAllah, great presentation.
Habibi. One last point I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, Habibi, just last point is that you will be growing with these emotions until the age of 21. So these aren't the only emotions that exist. There are many more characters, many more emotions. but they will be jumping in and out as you get older and until you reach the age of 21. That's why here in the United States, they say you're not an adult until you reach 21 years old, because most of your emotions are still developing. So take advice from your parents on any emotion that you think is taking too much control over you. Ask your parents on how to deal with it. And inshallah, your parents will give you some good advice because they take their advice from the Prophet Muhammad SAW. And I want to conclude on that.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Osama, mashallah, great. I love the interaction with the kids. Inshallah, soon we would love to host you here so we can have it here with the kids.
Allah barak fik,
Soon, inshallah, make dua for that, inshallah. And may Allah reward you and accept from you. I think now is the excited time for the kids.
I learned a lot.
Okay, alhamdulillah, excellent.
Yeah. Next time, inshallah, we'll have you here, inshallah.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right.
Love
you.
Switch the gallery view.
Would you please everybody
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
join us with the Kahoot. It's gonna be too much fun for the kids. So.
Oh, okay.
See my screen? Would everybody here can be in mute, please?
Are we having the Kahoot?
Yeah. We are about to start it now. So here we go. Okay. Start. 605945. 605945. 6059. Sit down in your spot. Very good, everybody. Okay.
I'm ready.
Better? Guys, in your spot. Okay, 23 now, so I'm gonna start it. Yusuf, do this spot. I will give you 10 more seconds and we will start, okay? Yusuf, sit down. Mama, sit down. Okay, 3, 2, 1, start. Bismillah. 3, 2, 1. What is happiness? Relax, fantasy, illusion, knowing your purpose and direction in life. Got it? What's wrong?
In first place.
What is the difference between sadness and depression?
I'm going all the way down.
Is it bad to be angry? Yes or no? Bad or not? Guys, is it okay to be angry or not? No. Okay, the suggested action to take when you are angry. You said it, yes, okay, you said it. All of the above, all of the above. Read all of the answers, guys. Read all of the answers. This is your bad, guys. Read all of the answer and be slow, okay? Is it okay to let anger get out of control? Yes or no? Is it okay? It's okay? What do you think?
Yes.
A bad form of fear is fearing humans or animals. Ahmed, what's wrong? What is a good form of disgust? Which place you are in, Omar? Which place? Why do people take pills to prevent the feeling of disgusting? Guys, it is this one because I don't think we covered it. This is the right answer. Yeah, I'm sure. The blue one. The blue one. The blue one. A good form of fear is fearing the future. No, don't fear the future. No, don't fear the future. Don't fear the best. Don't fear the competition. Sit down. Go back. Go back to your seat. Oh, Omar, second. Keep it up, Omar. Keep it up. Okay, a good way to face your fear is knowing that nothing can harm you except what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written to you. Yes or no? Yes. 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 Yeah? Oh. Okay. Now we are gonna start the question about technology, okay? Technology, okay? Be ready. Be ready. Okay. Yeah. Who made the iPhone? Who made the iPhone? Samsung, Apple, Google. Apple. When was the first iPhone invented? Omar, don't say any answer loud. Don't say any answer loud. What kind of technology am I? Television and internet and cell phones. Information, communication, medical, military. Omar, don't say any. Don't see. Don't see. That's it? Information. Definition of artificial intelligence. Making human machine, becoming robots, create intelligent machines, create intelligent humans. Which one you got? The blue?
Yeah, I know. I put green.
What? So put it down. How many robots are there? See the picture. How many? It's not tricky. It's too easy. Okay. What place in Japan is run mostly by robots? Hotel, restaurant, museum, taxi service. Guys, sit down. The right answer is hotel. Who founded Tesla? Who founded Tesla? Who founded Tesla? Get smart. Where is the Google headquarters? Where is it? California, Texas, Mexico, Japan. California. Where did the name Google came from? Sometimes name, a cool name, inspiration, math term. Math term. Yeah, math term. Who is marking this right answer? Math term means 1 and 100 zero. Means 1 and 100 zero. 20. Who created Amazon? Who created Amazon? Ahmad, sit down. Who created Amazon? Who created Fortnite? Who created Fortnite? Who created? Sit down, sit down. Who created Fortnite? Is this Siri or Google Assistant? The picture, see the picture. This is Siri. Where is the ISS? International Space Station. International Space Station. What are the risks with smart technology? What are the risks? Read the questions, read the answers. Last one. Smart cars are very eco-friendly. Yes or no? True or false? Sit down, sit down, sit down. True answer. Ahmed Fahmy family is the third. Ali is second.
MashaAllah, good job.
Omar Mansour. Omar.
Yay,
Good
Omar.
job. Good job, guys. Guys, sit down. Good job, guys. Good job, good job. Sit down, sit down. Okay, let's see the report now. So we can see. Okay, I want to show you who is on fourth and fifth. Okay, so mashallah, all of you did very, very well. And we have here Omar first place, Ali second, Ahmed. Who's Ahmed family? I'm not sure who is. Mariam. Mariam. Fourth place, very good. Yusuf Mansour fifth. Rashid. Is not here? Rashid, Lina, Borji, Fairuz here. Suhail here. Salim, Ahmed, Amira, Asma here, Qasim, Tasneem. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Thank you thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you had fun. I see here a lot of smiles and happiness here. So alhamdulillah. So inshallah we'll try to think about having more kids at the MCC next week. I will let you know. But alhamdulillah, I think it's very, very successful and we are having fun. Everybody is happy. Jazakumullah khairan. So please, I have here Omar and Ali, but I need Ahmed family to send his email address so we can send him the Amazon.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Jazakumullah khair. See you next week.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah khair, Brother Osama, for your time and for your nice presentation.
Jazakallah khair for having me. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.